The seasons changed, the flowers bloomed and withered, and the sun rose and set in the same predictable pattern. But the days for Isabella were measured not by the passage of time but by the arrival of Luca's letters. Every morning she would eagerly open the mailbox, only to find that the letters she so desperately awaited were still absent. It was as if the space between them had grown vast, and the distance between her and Luca had become an insurmountable chasm. Still, she held on to his words, each one like a lifeline in the sea of uncertainty that had begun to drown her. His letters had always come, each more tender than the last, each filled with promises that made her heart beat faster. But now there was silence, the kind of silence that made her question everything.
My dearest Isabella, there is no amount of time that could ever be enough to express how much I long for you. As the days pass by, I find myself counting the moments until I can return to you. The war, with all its ugliness and chaos, only makes me appreciate the peaceful moments I will one day share with you. I know it's hard, my love, the distance, the uncertainty, but I swear to you, when I return, I will not waste another moment. I will ask for your hand in marriage, and we will begin our lives together. I promise you, Isabella, I have waited too long, fought too hard to let this war take away the one thing that matters most. You. In my dreams, I see you beside me, and it fills me with hope. Please, hold on to that hope as I do. Your love is my anchor, and soon we will be free to live the life we have both dreamed of. Wait for me, my darling. I will come back to you, and when I do, I will ask you to be mine, forever. Yours, Luca.
The words were always the same, yet they held her captive, each promise making her heart race, each declaration of love sinking deeper into her soul. She clutched the letter to her chest after reading it, her thoughts consumed with the hope of his return. Weeks turned into months, but still no more letters came. Isabella wrote back as she always did, pouring her heart into the pages, each letter filled with devotion and longing. She would wait for him. He had to. One day, in the midst of her daily routine, Isabella sat by the window of the bakery, gazing out into the street. The mailbox sat empty once more, and her heart sank at the thought of another day without word from Luca. Her thoughts drifted to his promise, the promise that he would return, that he would ask for her hand, that he would make her his. But the war, as brutal as it was, seemed endless, and with each passing day, Isabella couldn't help but wonder if Luca's words had been nothing more than the hope of a soldier seeking comfort in a faraway love.
My beloved Isabella, I know the silence between us must feel unbearable. It is to me as well. Every day, I feel the weight of this war pressing against me. But I do not forget you. You are with me in every thought, every prayer, every breath. I wish I could be there with you, to hold you, to kiss you, to make good on every promise I've made. But the war rages on, and there are battles I must face, ones that may keep me from you longer than I would ever wish. However, I swear, my love, when the smoke clears, and the world is free of this madness, I will come to you. I will return, and I will ask for your hand in marriage, as I have promised. You are my heart, Isabella, and nothing will ever change that. But I need you to promise me something. Do not forget me. Keep me alive in your heart, as I will keep you alive in mine. I will return, Isabella, and when I do, I will never leave you again. Yours, Luca.
The following week, another letter arrived. Isabella's heart skipped a beat when she saw the familiar handwriting on the envelope. She wasted no time tearing it open, desperate to hear from him, to know that he was still out there, keeping his promise.
My beloved Isabella, I wanted to write to you one last time, but I know my time is limited. The war has taken much from us, and I fear it will take me as well. I never wanted to leave you with a broken heart, and I regret that I won't be there to hold you when the war ends, as I had promised. I want you to know that you are the love of my life, Isabella. I will carry your love with me until my last breath. If fate does not allow me to return, know that I will always be with you. in your heart, in your dreams. Please, do not mourn me forever. Live, as we had always planned. Live with the love we shared. Yours, Luca.
Isabella held the letter in her hands, her fingers trembling as she read the words over and over again. His promises, so sweet, so full of love, had always given her hope. But now, as she read them again, the weight of their silence pressed down on her. The war had gone on too long, and still Luca had not returned. She could feel the doubt creeping in, slipping into the corners of her mind. The fear that Luca might not be coming back, that his letters were nothing more than words written to keep her waiting, to keep her from moving on with her life. The thought of it was almost unbearable, but still she held on. She wrote him back as she always did, telling him she would wait. She would wait forever if she had to. Time passed, but the letters stopped coming. The war continued to rage, and Isabella's heart grew heavier with each passing day. She would walk to the mailbox every morning, hoping, praying that there would be a letter for her. But there never was. Weeks turned into months. The bakery remained a place of solace for her, a place where she could bury her sorrow in flour and dough, in the smell of fresh-baked bread. But even in the busiest of days, when the bakery was full of customers, Isabella felt the emptiness of Luca's absence. She would stand at the window, staring out at the horizon, waiting for him to return as he had promised. But no matter how many letters she wrote, no matter how many prayers she whispered, Luca did not come.